So first, thanks for making time today and hanging out with us and telling your story and talking about fostering. And we share that common bond of fostering the community's kiddos and other people's kids to try to help them get back to their families. And if they can't, then being able to provide forever families for them. And so could you let us know how you got involved with foster care, what led you to foster care, and a little bit of that story?
We're both really independent people, and we had both found ways to care for our community in really different ways. During COVID, and we were all home, and we were like, what is a way that our family can care for the community together as a family, and how do we get our kids involved? And I think that's when the conversation of being foster parents came back up.
We have like these resources and we need to do something, but we're feeling called to help people. But yeah, I would want to go, oh, I'm going to go do this, volunteer over here. Oh, she's going to go do this and volunteer over here. And it's like, why are we leaving our unit when we can just bring people in, you know? And then through her research, learning, like, you always hear this, like, oh, like these kids are like, your kids could get messed up in the process of interacting with these bad kids. You know, she deep dives really far in, and it's like, people more talk about like, they're not changing the kids' lives. Like, their lives are getting changed being around these kids.
Yeah, our family and our like, bio kids' lives are being changed by getting to know people who come from different backgrounds.
Yeah, even the one guy specifically was like, I would have been more worried like how my kids would have turned out if I hadn't have brought foster kids
That's a good
into the house to change their perspective, to I don't know, sort of show them the privilege that they have, you know?
Yeah, start conversations early on, you know, and our kids, ever since we've started all of this, they are like, oh, I actually have friends at school that found out we were a foster family, and they are a foster placement in a home right now, or they, you know, they're really familiar with what's happening because they're adopted, or my teacher was adopted, and it just opens up a whole nother layer that's right next to our kids in their classroom that they had no idea.
How many kids have you fostered down?
15-ish.
So 15 lives that you directly impacted that will have systemic impact, relational impact.
Yeah. But it's like, 15 kids that our kids get to interact with and sort of see the coin flipped over and like get a perspective for what their lives are and what they could be and how they can impact somebody else. It's cool. But once you're in it and you see what's going on and you see your actual impact, you're like, how do you close your door?
How do you say no?
Because we viewed it like, in going in, you know, there's like fears like, I don't know if we can do this. I don't know if we should do this. What, like, to jump in. And then somebody compared it to like, if a little kid knocked on your door, and anybody's door, like you would, and he was alone and needed help, she, you would open the door and help him out. Right. You just would. Like, it's in our nature, it's in our DNA, but you're just allowing your foster care, you're just saying, my door will be one of the doors that can get knocked on.
That's good. And opened, right? And I think for me, what I would tell somebody who's considering fostering is just do it. There's so many kids, there's so many families that they're one relationship away from wellness, they're one relationship away from healing, and if we don't do it, then they miss out on that relationship. And you know, in Clark County, there's 4,000 kids. There's 4,000 kids in the child welfare system. 500 churches. So if each church took 8 kids, that's it. Child welfare would be eradicated in this county, and so it's crazy. And I just wanted to say thanks for loving people's kids well to get them back to their people, because that's what this is about. And you've also shown that when they can't get back to their people, being able to provide a consistent, loving home that's going to be forever is tremendous.